Hello, good morning. All are welcome for my basic electrical safety class. I am Sadashivan, fire and safety trainer. You may be knowing that last so many days I used to come here for giving a continuous education on safety oriented subject. Normally I used to come every alternate days, that is Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and I used to give some new subjects on every day also. Already I have given 10 videos on general safety awareness. Then I have given 20 videos on basic fire safety awareness. Again, I have started this basic electrical safety. Here also I have given already 17 video. Last class I have discussed what is a transformer, the electrical system, what is a transformer, how it works, what are the different type of transformer. This is just a basic idea I have given. So today we will be discussing with a new subject. What is electrical motors? There are so many type of electrical motors there that we will have a just brief discussion and we will understand what are the things. So before going to the subject, every day I used to tell it, if you like the class, please share it and subscribe it. And this is a continuous education system I have planned. So I request everybody, please do not miss any classes also. Okay, let us come to the subject. So what are the motors or what are the electrical motors? Electrical supply system we have learned it. There are two type of supply. What are the supplies? You know it, AC and DC. So in the both the case there is a motors are there. What is a motor? What do you mean by motor? Motor is an machine rotating device. It is a rotating device. Last class transformer we have studied. It is a static device. So there are AC and DC also there. So supply there both the supply size motors are there. But last class when we have studied about transformers works only in AC. Here both the places, both the supply, we are having different type of motors. DC motors are also there, AC motors are also there. DC motors, three types are there mainly. Similarly, AC motors are also there, three types. Just I will give, there are several types is there, but just general use of them. AC motors are, one is called as shunt motors, then another called as series motors, and another called as compound motors. But how the construction and other thing, if we are going to tell, because only one motor only we can explain that one, because the most popularly which is using today, that is AC motors. So I will be explaining with an induction motor principle. So AC we are having three type of motors. One is synchronous motor and other is a induction motor. Induction motor is also two type. One is a squirrel cage motor and another is a slip ring motor. Then single phase motors are there, three phase motors are there. Most popularly and always we are using induction motors. So today we will learn basic principles, basic working principles of AC induction motors, because AC induction motors you can see everywhere in your house, in your industry, in your shop. Your fan is an AC induction motor. Your pump motor is an AC induction motor. In industry, you can see that so many induction motors are there. So let us understand what is an induction motor and how it works. AC induction motor, there are two types there. One is squirrel cage induction motor, the other one is a slip ring motor. So first, and again based on working on single phase, there's a single phase motor is also there, three phase motor is also there. But whatever may be the working principle, let us understand it. It is having a stator winding. Stator three phase winding or a single phase winding. Single phase means two phase minimum is required there. That winding is there. Then rotor, inside that rotor some casting bar is there for induction motors. Whereas in a slip ring motor there is a rotor wound rotor is there. So this is the stator. The stator, that winding is there. Because the winding, there is a rotating magnetic field. The magnetic field is rotating. Physically we cannot see the rotating magnetic field. Only we are assuming that, because we have north south, that is always varying. So like this way, when it is varying, the rotating magnetic field we are getting when we are applying in this three phase or a two phase. So that type of magnetic field is there. This magnetic field now cut to the this type of a rotor core, rotor conductor is there. Then what will happen is when the rotor conductor disgusting, rotor conductor itself surrounding a magnetic field is produced. This is just like a secondary shorter transformer. Because of that induced current, some magnetic field will be produced surrounding the rotor conductor. Now what will happen in the third class? So that the main flux is coming like this way, and there's a rotating magnetic field is there. Now this will be pushing. This rotor will stator flux started to pushing this rotor, so that rotor start rotating. So this is the basic principle. A rotating magnetic field must be there. Suppose if you are just giving a single phase supply only, then what will happen? It is only an alternating magnetic field. That means this is just swimming like this way. But a rotating magnetic field is one field is north here, another is south here, another is north here. Like that way, this magnetic field itself is that rotating. Because of this rotating magnetic field only, that rotation is possible. So that's why most of the induction motors are three-phase motor, or it is even the single-phase motors are there. But actually, it is not working with the single-phase supply. The single phase itself we are splitting into two phases. How we can do it? Single phase, how we can make a two-phase supply. There is a main winding is there. This is a single phase and neutral we are giving. A main winding we are giving. Then there is an auxiliary winding. Another winding is there. This another winding we are connecting through a centrifugal switch and capacitor is there. So last class we have studied, but the capacitor, that current will be leading there. So there is a phase difference between main winding and auxiliary winding. So the phase has been split to two phases. Then that rotating magnetic field we will get, and then it will start winding. That's why this capacitor we are using for in our fan motor, our in the small pump motor and other thing, because in order to get the phase split and the phase difference, that capacitor is required. Then some motors there is no any capacitors, then there is a split phase things are also available. That means the pole itself we are making or shaded pole, like that way so many things there. But basic principle, this is the thing, that phase anyhow we have to shift it into two minimum. If three phase is there, more rotation will be there. The squirrel cage induction motor is a normally very huge, very small HP to very high HP we can get it. Rugged construction, most industrial application we are using. That's why I explained that. There is another one more motor is there, that is called squirrel cage induction motor. Different designs are there. There's a wound rotor motor. Wound rotor means the rotor itself is having a winding is there. Then external winding we can connect it with some resistance. The torque we can vary. So there is what I just said, there is a motor is a very big subject. Very big subject. What we have basically understood means how an induction motor is working. Induction motor, stator is rotating magnetic field is specific, and rotor, that my main flux cuts with the rotor and surrounding that another flux is developing. Because of this flux rotating, the main flux started pushing, the diverting this one, and rotor is rotating. Like this way, the rotor start rotating, and most of the induction motors are working in a three-phase or two-phase. Now, even though we are giving a single-phase supply, that single-phase supply we are splitting. So, industrial application, commercial application, most of the application we are using induction motor. That's why I just explained. Motor is a very big subject. If you like the class, you share it and subscribe it. I will come with another class with another subject. Okay, wishing you all of you a good day. Good day means happy, healthy, and safe day. Thank you to everybody.